Shemai GTA chums, the Coil Cyclone is discounted at 1.4 million this week, so we're going to answer the question, is it worth it? Based upon racing performance mainly, but I'll do a bit of customization which I will speed through. This is based upon the Rimac Concept 1 electric car. I'll put the image up in the top of the screen now. So it looks quite similar, doesn't it? And it's an all-wheel drive car. So we're going to do it justice, hopefully, with this customization. I won this on the podium a long time ago, so that's the colours that it's in presently. So I'm going to do a similar customization to this on it. One thing that I haven't put on, funnily enough, is a spoiler. So I need to fix that as well during this process. I think red suits it as well. I think you can choose any old colour you want. You have this two-tone effect, with the bottom colour there, so you can make that a single colour if you want. Livery is not super amazing, but still some nice stripes, racing stripes. Quite basic, but they do suit a clean build for sure. Internals look great. I mean, they all suit the car. Very nice. You can do the color coordination stuff here on the seats as well as the dashboard. Um, yeah, so skirts, not too exciting. Want to keep something clean. And this is a nice clean spoiler. Here's the best one, secondary tuner wing. I like the look of that. It really suits the car. Really suits it. And colours wise, so secondary colour, it colours up the engine as well, so just be aware of that. If you pick a dark colour, you won't see the effect on that engine there that you can see through the window, and the calipers as well. So for that reason we're picking a wheel which shows the calipers in yellow there. But having said that, am I about to colour it in yellow? I can't remember what I did here. Should be black. I think black's probably best. Yeah, exactly. Yellow tyres, that's what I did. All right, we're going to go to the test track next, and we're going to see how it performs on the track. It's all-wheel drive, so expect great things from it. And it has great acceleration, but where I was struggling was the hairpin. So here's the first one, and I need to really slam on the brakes. I think what it needs is better brakes, because the brakes just don't come fast enough. So here's a double hairpin, again a struggle on the approach. So I was tending to go for a bit of a cautious approach, I think, which is why this is the best lap time. The straights are great on this small track because you can just accelerate away. But again, the wheels are making a lot of squealing noise, so they are not gripping. We're really slipping on the big left-hander there. So using brakes unnecessarily, I think that's a problem with this car. That you have, well, not unnecessarily, you need to do them. So the S, all right, and coming into the final straight, good. I mean, that's pretty good, 54.83. So that's what it's like on the test track. How about in a drag race? So if I put it up against the Pariah, we'll see how it performs in a straight line. So I'll go backwards, hold on. Here we go, ready now. I'm ready now, go. Okay, so it accelerates like the clappers. So it's ahead of the Pariah at this point, but the Pariah has a higher top speed. This top speed, what is it, 116 miles an hour according to Bruffy 1322. And it's, yeah, the Pariah came across the line ahead of the Coil Cyclone. So Pariah was 16.5 seconds, the Coil was 17 seconds, so half a second slower than the good old Pariah. So overall, I think it's better on the track, funnily enough, because of the acceleration, but it loses out due to the slip of the wheel. So I think the Pariah would beat it on a longer track. So as you can see, it's above the Pariah there, but it's below all the others. The Wagner, the Krieger, the Emirates, they're all above it on this short test track. On a long test track, though, a longer test track, it would really be a bottom feeder. So Bruffy has the Coil Cyclone at the bottom end of the Supers class. So it's not great on the track, especially a long track, because you really want the acceleration to come into its advantage in a shorter track for sure. So yeah, as a racing car, I don't think it really succeeds. I think you want to do it drag races, yeah, you could win some, but again, depends on how long the drag race is. If it's short enough, you'll play to the advantages of the acceleration. But the longer it goes on for, the more the other car, i.e. the Pariah, is going to catch up with you and eventually cream you in the end. Not like in a creamery. Anyone watch the Wales-England game? Wales-England? Wales-Ireland game, yeah. Sorry, Ireland, I didn't mean to call you England there. Yeah, well, that's kind of how this car is. It had a lot of promise, but the actual implementation, I mean, there's so many flaws in it. But I enjoy driving it, but I just find it a bit frustrating. It has been a car that I've enjoyed for a long time, but it's taken me a long time to get back into the unique kind of performance, the difficult kind of handling of this car, driving it around on the track and in the city, as you'll see from this video. And as far as the question on is it worth it, I would say the Wagner is a far superior choice in the supers class. What's that, 1.1 million? It's cheaper as well. And I think customization-wise, you can make that look nice. And personally, aesthetically, I don't think the Wagner does look as good as this car. And I think that's probably the reason why I drove it around for quite a long time when I did drive it a lot more before I got better cars. Also, the Prior is a similar price to this on discount, which offers a lot more performance. I think if Rockstar added more grip to the tyres, a little bit more grip, and a bit more power to the brakes, I think we'd be talking about a different car indeed. Despite the lack of top speed, I think the acceleration really can give it an edge in races if it had more grip. But if you can handle the turning circle, not the turning circle, yeah, the lack of grip basically, and get the right speed going into the corners. So it's not a write-off as a car, but it's really, I'd say it's more one for collectors or fans of the look of the car, or people who want a challenge. And of course, it's at the bottom of the supers class with regards to test track performance, according to Bruffy even, because it's only got a top speed of 116 and it's grip issues, etc. Anyway, if you found this very super useful, then drop a like and give me a subscribe, hit that bell, all those good things. But give me your comments on your thoughts on the Coil Cyclone. Have I got it right? Are you in agreement with me about this? Because I'd like to know your thoughts on racing this car, because it's very valuable. Am I just a rubbish driver, which may well be the case. But thanks for watching anyway, and have a great day if you're in GTA, and weekend.